a little bit too much to their own egos and kicked Boris out without actually thinking through the long-term impacts of that, because I'm not sure that the Tories can appeal en masse to the working-class red wall voters without Boris. Am I wrong?
Well, actually, Michelle, I totally agree with you. I was probably the last person standing up for Boris, even as he was on the day he was resigning, saying that Boris should stay. I think the Conservative MPs who got rid of him behaved like a bunch of lemmings. And we were 9 points behind in the polls at the time, and everyone thought that was a disaster. What have you just read out to us?
What was it just then about, what 32, was it, 30-odd?
32.
30-odd.
Well done, you paid attention, I like that.
We were 9 points behind in the polls when they threw Boris out, and they all thought that was a disaster. And look where we are now. But I'm also absolutely clear, like you, that if it was lemming-like and stupid to get rid of Boris, the last thing the Tory MPs need to do now is turn around and say, let's get rid of Liz Truss, because, I mean, what a shambles they're going to show themselves up to be. And they still haven't got a plan, just as they hadn't really got a plan when they got rid of Boris. They thought, we'll get Rishi. They didn't actually work out, you know, how you get the votes to get Rishi and who actually makes the decision. They didn't really have a plan. And they haven't got a plan as to who'd replace Liz Truss. They wouldn't want to hold another election in which the members had a say, so they'd want to impose it on the members. That would mean they'd be saying to the members of the party, you chose Liz Truss, we never liked her, we got rid of her. That would really alienate a lot of members. But to the public, it just looks like you're a total shambles.
I was just about to say the shambles.
You know, Liz Truss has got a plan of sorts. It has some merits. I think the package that Kwasi Kwarteng announced had many good things in it, badly handled in some ways, but many good things in the plan. And we've got to drive forward and try and make the country work under the Prime Minister we've got and we've elected as a party, and the MPs have accepted, and they should just shut up and get behind her.
Well, Kevin Craig, you was just laughing throughout that. Well,
I don't think he's an actual Boris supporter. That's the trouble.
I'm not, as Daniel says, an actual Boris supporter. I'm laughing at the accuracy of Daniel's analysis of quite how badly things have been handled by the Conservative Party in recent weeks. I mean, fair play to Liz Truss, though, in one, you know, it took Boris years to fall 9 points behind, and in a matter of weeks she's taken it to 32. So at least in that sense she's very, very effective in tripling the Conservatives' poll deficit. I mean, look, I know that, and, you know, Daniel worked alongside Boris for many years in government, and they did some, you know, very good things together. But you can't really go back. You can't go back now. It's done. I think Liz Truss is being shown up to not be a very good communicator. That is a big deal in our quasi-presidential system sometimes. I have yet to see her ability to reach out to people in a way that's needed when your party's so far behind. And the problem is, of course, Boris had to go, though, because, and I know that Daniel didn't agree with it, and I think, you know, you at the time, Michelle, had reservations about it, but his own party, you look back and you remember Jeremy Hunt, ex-Secretary of State for Health, said this Prime Minister's got no integrity, no competence, no vision. But what he did have was he was a good communicator, and that's gone. And, you know, the announcement...
But what